We welcome you to our time together again. Last time we are looking at dealing with anger. I want to believe and hope that these days we are happier than being angrier. Today we are looking at the attitude of ingratitude. We are going to look at a text in Luke chapter 17 from verse 11 to 19. Here we meet Jesus Christ going to Jerusalem. He visits a village, and in that village, 10, not 2, not 3, but 10 lepers come to see him. Who are these lepers? Number 1, they are outcasts. Number 2, they are social misfits. These are guys who are sick. These are guys who are discriminated. They are not just second class or third class citizens. In fact, they are classless citizens. Nobody wants to interact with them, but they come to Jesus. When they come to Jesus, what happens? They stand afar. They fear even to approach him and the people around him. And what happens? They cry aloud and they say, Jesus, have pity on us. And indeed, he has pity on them. What does he do? He tells them, go and show yourself to the priest. In those days, if you are healed of leprosy, the priest had to authenticate that healing. He had to ascertain that you are healed. So they went. And on their way, they discover they are healed. Jesus restores their dignity. Jesus Christ makes them people out of being no people at all. They again receive a place in society. They are full, they are whole. And what do? Only one of them comes back to Jesus Christ to say, thank you for what you have done. The others, maybe they rush to show off. You have been laughing at me, but now look at me. Maybe some run to meet their failed acquaintances to say, hey, here I am. You refused me, but now I'm okay. Maybe some are rushing to reclaim the property they lost because of that leprosy. Only one goes back to say, thank you. These days, the pressures are so many, and we forget to thank God for many things. We are more in the negative than in the positive. And yet, God is giving us life. He gives us water. He gives us sunshine. He gives us friends. He gives us parents. He gives us children. He gives us jobs. He gives us goodness around us. But we don't look at that. We look at the circumstances that are against us, and we forget to be thankful. Now, looking at this ingratitude, what happens? Each one of us may be one way or the other. We may not be grateful for what happens around us. But there are some people who are chronically ungrateful. Maybe because of their upbringing. Maybe because of the circumstances that they went through as they were growing up, or what they are going through at the moment. And they forget to be thankful. But there are also people who just have a trait, a personality of being ungrateful. How do you discover that somebody is chronically ungrateful? Or how do you discover that you are chronically ungrateful? Number 1, they are never satisfied. However much they amass, they are not satisfied. They always look to what is missing. And this is the root cause of even corruption in our nation. People who are corrupt, it's not that they don't have, it's that they are never satisfied. That emptiness in them never gets filled. So they amass and amass and amass. Ingratitude. Number 2, they are filled with envy. When they see others with a better car, a better house, a better wife, better children, better dress, they start thinking, it should have been mine. They are not inspired by the development of the others, but they are envious of their development. Ingratitude. Number 3, they are bitter. These are people who are always complaining about everything. When it rains, they complain. When it doesn't rain, they complain. When it is hot, they are complaining. When it is cold, they are complaining. Ingratitude. They think they are entitled. To them, think about me, understand me, care about me. It looks as though I'm not there. They're entitled. That's their feeling. Next, they play the victim. Should you share a challenge you are going through, a person who is ungrateful, what will this person do? The person will bring up a story to show you, you are suffering. May I have suffered even more. That is nothing. By the way, I remember a certain situation when somebody lost a child. And this person went to condole another person who had lost a brother. And when she went to condole the person who had lost a brother, he said, "Oh, very sorry, you are grieving. I also remember when I lost my child." The other said, "That was just a child. This is a big person." Ingratitude. They feel they are the victims. Next, people who are ungrateful, they will never come to you, call you, text you, WhatsApp you, unless they need you. And when you help them, and they help you a bit, just a little bit, they are not going to forget that little help they give you. They'll always refer to that one. Ingratitude. I have a question here. Are you more grateful or you are more ungrateful? What are the results of ingratitude? Now, when you are perpetually ungrateful, you start resenting people because you think they are not caring, they are not loving, they are not understanding. And also, people start resenting you because of that ingratitude. Secondly, when you have a spirit of ingratitude, that attitude of ingratitude, you are ever angry, you are ever complaining, you are ever criticizing people around you. And thirdly, when you have that spirit of ingratitude, you make decisions according to what is lacking, not according to what you have and you can work with. Ingratitude. And you create tension around you, and you create unhappiness within you, and you may even slide into bitterness and depression. Ingratitude. I want us to look at breaking that spirit of ingratitude. How do you break it? Number one, self-discovery. Discover yourself. Are you a person who is always complaining, who is always thinking that I should be helped? Discover yourself. When you discover yourself, number two, practice Thessalonians 5, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 16 to 18. Rejoice always. Pray without ceasing. Give thanks in all situations. You will break that attitude of ingratitude. Next, learn from others. Like when he's called Pr Winfrey. What did she say? She said, be thankful for what you have. You will end up having even more. And then she says, if you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never ever have enough. How do you break this ingratitude? Next, practice Philippians 4:8 and have positive thinking, which says those things that are worthy, that are praiseworthy, that are good, that are lovely, think about those things. Change your thinking and start celebrating life. Celebrate your family, celebrate your husband, celebrate your wife, celebrate your children, celebrate your job. Be grateful for the things around you. How do you break it? Practice the golden rule, which says, do unto others what you want them to do to you. You will break it. Lastly, supposing you have a person around you who is totally ungrateful. How do you handle that person? Only 3 things. In fact, 4. Number 1, model gratitude. Be a thankful person around that person. Number 2, try to see the things the way she or he sees them. When she brings negativity, don't judge, but just get the negativity and say, okay, and then bring positivity in that situation, humbly and lovingly, and avoid being judgmental. And lastly, pray. Brethren, life is short, and we need to enjoy it, and we need to help others around us. We can do that when we develop an attitude of gratitude, and we minimize on ingratitude. Avoid ingratitude. God bless you. That when we develop an attitude of gratitude.
Thank you for watching today's sermon. Hope you were encouraged. Please remember we have Bible study guide every Wednesday and intercession points every Thursday shared on the DC Jinja WhatsApp group. Please endeavor to participate. Also, those with tithes and offering, please send them to 0776 864289. Let's trust in God and keep the SOPs. God bless you.